How's it going, everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Jake
and Chris
here for Dude Ranch DIY. Well, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, but you're probably not going to see this till after Thanksgiving because we just posted an awesome video this morning. So if you haven't already seen that, go check it out. It's with this guy, Chris, and our other buddy, Justin, out there splitting wood with that there conveyor. But today's video, we have a new little piece of equipment that's going to replace another piece of equipment for the tractor. It's an attachment. And then we are going to be stacking up the wood that's in the dump trailer right there. And then hopefully we're going to be hooking up that dump trailer to the International and going to pick up a whole bunch of dead ash logs that have been standing. They were taken down by a good friend of mine who also does tree work. So hopefully we'll get permission to film during that process. But either way, we're going to be bringing back a bunch of really nice ash logs to the wood yard here to split into firewood because this pile behind us, it's getting small ever since we got the conveyor.
Fast,
yeah, it's dwindling fast. Chris has been awesome at keeping up with the production now that we got the conveyor and everything. The whole process is working really good. It's amazing to think where we were a year ago.
Yeah.
We had no firewood.
We had no firewood. We had no wood yard.
We had just gotten asphalt millings.
Yeah.
Around this time last year. So now we have already had a ton of firewood, sold a ton of firewood, and we have more firewood over here, as you guys can see, seasoning already for next year. The Woodyard Road all up there is looking pretty barren. So we got to get that filled up. So enough chit chat. We're going to throw this thing on the tractor and then get to stacking and hopefully picking up some logs. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, guys, so if you've been following along, you saw that once we got the conveyor in the wood yard, we started, splitting straight into the dump trailer, which is great. It's working really well. But that meant that we needed a way to move the dump trailer around effectively, and I didn't really want to have to take up space hooking my truck up to it every time, so we wanted to use the tractor. That's when I called up my buddy Tim over at Big Tool Rack and saw that he had this new product out, which is a 3-point hitch drawbar. Now, I went, bought this, picked it up from him, had a good time up at the Big Tool Rack HQ, but as you can see, this thing has bent a little bit. And that is by no fault of Big Tool Rack or Tim or anything. That's actually probably my fault. What happened?
Your fault.
Yeah, well, definitely my fault.
Because I think I was the one that first hooked it up.
It's our fault. And that is because we didn't do our due diligence. And I didn't explain to Tim exactly what I was trying to do with this thing. Now, what we were trying to do with this thing is, one, move around a 14-foot dump trailer. And dump trailers kind of have a lot of tongue weight, not to mention when they are fully loaded with hardwood firewood. And that's basically what we were doing with this thing, was trying to be able to pull the dump trailer out from underneath the conveyor. That way we can tilt it up and stack directly into the totes, as you guys have seen. I didn't tell Tim that. I told him I was just trying to move trailers around and didn't really think to mention that they were going to be loaded with thousands of pounds of wood. So that's my fault. After telling
minor oversight.
Yeah, minor oversight. So after telling Tim that, he was like, "Oh, well, if I had known that, I would have steered you in a different direction." Because basically what he designed these big tool rack things or drawbars for was to tow around small trailers, like little yard utility carts, move a log splitter around, or if you have a smaller compact tractor or don't want a full ultimate rack from Big Tool Rack, they also make the yard rack. So if you have a small, say BX series tractor and you don't need the full Big Tool Rack, but you want to use their yard rack that's designed to go into a 2-inch hitch receiver, that's where this thing comes in. You can buy one of these things as well as a small yard rack, and Bob's your uncle. All of a sudden you just turn your tractor into a, UTV essentially. So this thing, although I'm sure it works really well for most people using it the way that it's intended, it did not work well for us. Chris, go show them what's in the box. So after talking with Tim, he pointed us in the right direction. And, it's already busting through. But this got here super quick, probably because we live about 40 minutes away from each other. So I can't guarantee it's going to get you that quick if you live out in Illinois or something. But this is what we got. This is a Heavy Hitch. Is it heavy, Chris?
Oh yeah.
It's heavy. This thing will stand up to the rigors of what we're trying to do. That's what, 3-inch solid tubing there?
Yeah.
Three-inch tubing, big, beefy 2-inch receiver hitch there. And I even think that these parts you can put suitcase weights on.
Certainly feels that way.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out and figure it out ourselves.
Yeah. So what do we got? Flip it around. Does it have the?
It's got nothing.
It's got nothing. Well,
Got nothing.
it looks like
It
there's
has the
something here.
holes?
No, there's something here.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the box? Okay. So maybe we got to put on.
We got some assembly to do.
Yeah, we got a little bit of assembly. We're gonna have to put on the 3-point hitch, like links and stuff. So we'll catch back up with you. But I think this Heavy Hitch is gonna do the trick. What do you think?
I think it will too. It's much heavier and much beefier than the drawbar there.
Again, no fault to the drawbar.
No, none at all.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not.
but yeah, this I feel like is going to definitely hold the weight of that trailer just like we would like it to.
Probably even like with firewood in it,
Yes,
you know. Okay,
definitely.
cool. Let's get to it. Well, there we go, guys. New Heavy Hitch installed. That was pretty easy. We had everything, extra bushing kit. Chris is locking her down. We got the hitch right here, so we'll slap that. Oh, we have a visitor. Gus just ran through the electric fence. Oh, never mind. Mom's with him too. So, yeah, this is gonna work well. Okay, guys, so as you saw, we got 3 totes all lined up. These 2 are partially filled. This one's a mix of sugar maple and ash. This one is like 99% ash, maybe a little bit of sugar maple in there. And this trailer is 100% ash. So we're gonna get these puppies stacked up and the trailer empty so we can fill it up with more ash logs. How we doing, Gus? What's up, buddy? You hanging out? You helping us? Thanks. Okay, guys, so we are getting to the end of the trailer here. We have filled up this tote of ash. We have filled up this tote with premium bundle grade firewood, sugar maple and ash, all barkless center pieces. And we got this tote of bulk ash firewood here. Now, the one issue is I just went to try and pick up this center tote to get it out of the way, And as you saw, we did transfer over the suitcase weights, and it's not enough ballast on the back. The tractor, you know, just lifts up. I really should get my rear tires filled. I don't have them filled with ballast just because I didn't want to always have ballast in there in case there was like a client's property or something that I got to that I had to be able to drive over, like their septic or something. I didn't want to always have that extra weight on, but usually I'm able to work around that. I mean, the tractor's small enough where I can usually find a different way around it, or, you know, we have the winch on the chipper and stuff. So that might be something I look into doing over the course of the winter. I know you can do it yourself, and I know it's even easier if you have like one of the sprayers with a tank and stuff. I've seen some videos on guys doing that, which I do have one of those like 40-gallon sprayers. So maybe I'll look into doing that. But so for now, I'm going to take off the heavy hitch and put back on the big tool rack. Luckily, it's really not that big of a deal because it is quick hitch compatible. So I just got to swap back over the suitcase weights because there's no way I'm going to be able to lift that thing off by myself with, I don't know, whatever that is. I think it's like 250 pounds of suitcase weights. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get these totes out of here, and then we're going to finish stacking up the rest of this wood. All right, guys, we're here. This is my buddy and his log truck. Pretty cool log truck. The whole boom drapes over the front. Goes on that big mount up there. But this is the ash he was talking about. Stone dead, no bark. It's gonna make a lot of nice firewood. It's not as much as I thought, but that's all right. This is actually the first time I'm getting wood from him. This job happened to be closer to our wood yard, but kind of tight quarters with the power lines up above, but we'll see how he does. Might have to do a little readjusting. There's some beech logs here. We don't get beech too much in the wood yard, so we're gonna take some of this too. But there's a little bit of rot down on the bottom end, but it looks like the other part might be decent. We'll see. We gotta make a couple cuts on it. So the whole hydraulic tank on this truck is the headache rack itself. You can see there's a big plug down there. The filters are all plumbed off of it. Pretty neat. got a full dumpster can of premium Barkless Ash.
Oh yeah.
And one big cheese over here.
It's some pretty stuff.
It is some nice stuff.
Especially the cheese.
It's especially the cheese. It's big diameter.
Yeah.
But it's going to make a lot of nice wood, and all Barkless, and it's all rip-roaring ready to go. RTB, baby.
What is this, 18 to 20?
Yeah, probably. Maybe there's some bigger. Maybe like that one looks a little bit bigger. I don't know. It's all good stuff. It's all going to burn. And then in the dump... Oh, we got to shut off the lights on the truck. Then in the dump trailer, we got this beach. Again, not the nicest stuff, but... it looks pretty darn dry. Bark's, falling off and stuff. And whatever is rotten or punky, we'll just save to burn in the burn barrel back there. Or for me and Sarah to burn in the wood stove. Let me shut off the lights here before I forget. Boom. Chris ever so astutely pointed out upon our return home that... we got hit pretty hard in the hour or so that we were away. 4 bundles and 1 loose stack have been sold since we were gone. So that's always a good thing. So we're making money while we're picking up items that are going to be turned into money.
Yes.
So we're killing it on both ends. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching this one. That was pretty cool. Like I said, that was the first time I've picked up wood helping out my buddy there. But he actually wanted to pay me because I was taking the crappy beach. And I was like, no, I'm helping you out. You're helping me out. There's Gus and Louie. In the future, I'm not necessarily always looking to take punky, rotten wood, junk wood. But I'll help you out if it's just a little bit there. So we might even be picking up more logs over the long holiday weekend. Again, you're not going to see this until after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody had a nice, happy Thanksgiving. But that's going to be it. So as always, guys, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button down below. We'd really appreciate it. Questions, comments, or feedback, throw it down there in that comment section. But for now, I'm Jake.
And I'm Chris.
This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.